neighborhood of Monastiraki, which if you've been to Athens, you know this is a hopping place. Today happens to be the first Sunday of the month, and so it's very busy because all of the archaeological sites and a lot of the museums are free today. So there are a lot of people out, and the weather is really nice. So it looks really crowded. It can be this crowded, especially in the summer, and it's a very popular neighborhood to come and kind of people watch, and there is a flea market. So I'm just going to kind of walk around and show you what there is to see in this very popular neighborhood. Monastiraki neighborhood starts just a few streets over from this beautiful church. This is the cathedral here in Athens. So whenever big things happen, like state funerals and things, many times they are here. So the neighborhood runs from here south all the way to Keramikos, and off to this direction is the neighborhood of Flaka, and on the other side is the neighborhood of Siri, and I have videos on both of those neighborhoods. If you want to go check them out, I will put them in the description box below. It is definitely worth going in this church. If the doors are open and a service is not happening, it's stunningly beautiful. I am going to go inside. Sometimes they don't let you take pictures or videos inside, and I can't remember because I don't think I did when I went in before. So if not, then you're just going to have to take my word for it. If they will, then I'll show you something when I finish talking. From here, you have a couple of options to walk to the other end. You can go down this street, or you can go down this street. So this is more of a pedestrian street, and there are shops, and this will take you down to the square. They both will, really. This is usually a less crowded street than that one because there's all these shops. I'm gonna go down this way, and then I will show you some of the shops on the other end, because I think those shops are a little bit more what you think of when you think of Monastiraki, because they're part of the flea market. Because it's Sunday, some things are not open. Most of the restaurants will be open though, although you can see some are not. But some of the shops will not be open. The ones that are on like the more souvenir route, they will definitely be open on Sunday because they know that they need to be. And like most of these neighborhoods down here, you can always see the Acropolis. And here you can actually see part of the Parthenon sticking out above the hill. So this is the part that a lot of people like to come to, is the flea market. Now, it's a little more developed than it probably used to be, and there are a lot more regular shops down here, but there are still some little treasure shops that you can find down here. This is also one of those places where if you can't find it in Athens, this is the place to come. I found padlocks down here, luggage down here, obviously clothes, jewelry, souvenirs, weird lamps. You name it, you can find it. There are plenty of used bookstores down here. A lot of the books are in Greek though, but there are a few places that have some English books as well. There's one of my favorite bars is down here. Let's go walk by that. Okay, so it's kind of hidden, so you have to come here and turn and go down this little side street, and I swear to you there's a bar down here. However, if you walk past it and you don't know that it's there, you would keep walking past it. Here's one of the bookstores. Okay, now they have a sign, but they used to not have a sign saying bar. It used to just be that little round sign up there, but now they have like a little flag down there. But I love this bar. It's called TAF. So it's a bar and it's an art gallery. And it's good to come during the day and also at night. And this is it. It's sort of inside outside. So in the summer they have the roof open. It's great. I've heard many different stories about what this building used to be. I've heard that it used to be a jail, houses. So I'm not sure what's correct, but it's a pretty cool place to come and hang out, especially in the summer. It's really nice because you're inside, but you're outside. If you want to go to a bar that has a view of the Acropolis, I recommend walking a few steps down from TAF to Color Local, which is down this hallway, and you'll take the elevator up, and it has an amazing view of both Athens and the Acropolis. So, but you might not walk by it and think, I'm not going down there at night, but trust me, go down there, take the elevator to the top, and you'll have a great view. So eventually you'll come down to this little square, and this is where the flea market part really starts. So antiques, furniture, lamps, coins, and then there are a few restaurants down here that are supposed to be really good. I have not eaten at any of them, but I believe this one here is supposed to be famous. We're almost at the end of what constitutes Monastiraki and then turns into Keramikos and Disio. So I'm going to walk down this street here to the end, and then we're going to work our way back. I'm going to hop on and see a few archaeological sites. Since it's free today, I probably won't stay very long in each one, but just to give you a glimpse of what they look like in this area. And we've reached the end. And as you can hear, they've got some live music going on over here. And this pop corner seems to be very popular today. I'm not really sure what's happening and why. Hopefully, if you've done this the way that I've done it, you're going to end up on this pedestrian street. And I will show you where to get to there from Monastiraki Square, but this is the other end. But you can see, obviously, Acropolis, the Parthenon, and you can enter the ancient agora here, which is quite large. So if you're coming to do the ancient agora, allow yourself maybe 2 hours to see everything. If you happen to be here on a free day, you still have to stop at the ticket booth and get a ticket, but they just do that for counting purposes, so don't worry about it. Just stop, tell them how many you need. If you're not here on a free day and you want to go up to the Acropolis, come to the Agora, and then do a couple of the other sites, I suggest getting the combined ticket. It's 30 euros, and the ticket just to go up the Acropolis Hill is 20 euros. So if you do 2 other archaeological sites, which is very easy to do, then it's paid for itself, and you've saved yourself a little bit of money. And then you've also saved yourself a little bit of time as well. If you come into the ancient agora and you don't have a lot of time, I suggest 2 things. One is this is the temple of Hestippus. I think it's one of the best preserved temples here in Greece that I have seen. It still has its roof, as you can see, and it's smaller, and you can walk all the way around it. So the other place I recommend is this building over here, which is rebuilt. It was a ruin. It's the Stoa, and there's some really amazing artifacts inside. It also gives you a better idea of the grandeur of some of these buildings, and for me that's a big deal because I think they built all of this without any modern tools and electricity, which is always one of those things that amazes me. And obviously you get amazing views here, and you can kind of see the layout of ancient Athens. If you are on the multiple entry ticket, after this I recommend going to Keramikos. It is on the other side of Monastiraki and sort of southern towards the sea, and you can really get a feel for how big ancient Athens was and a really good layout of the city. Here it is up close. There's also a museum inside that's worth visiting. There are lots of great statues in here, as well as the structure, and they actually have really good labels, so that's always really nice. Sometimes I find that the labels are not great here. As you can see, this one has 2 labels, which is kind of interesting. Even if you don't want to go inside, you can still see a lot from the fenced area. It's also a good spot to sit and eat, although I do recommend you eat where you see Greek people eating, so that way you know the food is good. There is one restaurant I ate out here a few weeks ago called Antika that was very good. This is it here, Antika, and the food is amazing. And a little expensive, but that's because it's right here, but I wouldn't say it's overly priced compared to the other places down here. And definitely a really good experience. And if you go inside, beautiful, beautiful paintings inside that the owner's mother has done. So if you're coming from Monastiraki Square and you want to find this pedestrian street, you just walk up from there to Hadrian's Library and you just go that way. So before we go eat, I'm going to show you really briefly Hadrian's Library. Obviously, not much of this is left, and actually, if I remember correctly, the library portion is actually in the back, but this is also part of the combined ticket if you come, so it's worth coming in here for, and it's right in the heart of everything. And again, there's the Acropolis. All right, let's go eat lunch now. That it's Greece and it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It is prime lunchtime, so I wasn't able to sit outside, but this is where I like to come. It's called Athens, and I pretty much know what I'm gonna get if it's still on the menu. That is what I'm gonna get. It's pretty filling, so that's probably all I'm gonna get because it's quite large. And here it is in all its gloriousness. As I said, it's quite large. Let me see if I can give you something for scale. There's the salt and pepper. So, as you can see, it's quite large. It's 4 kebabs. Let's see if I can finish it. It may be my lunch and my dinner. I realized I forgot to show you guys the outside. This is what it looks like. So you know where you're coming. You can obviously sit outside and obviously get here and be patient if you're waiting for a table and if you're waiting for them to come and take your order. It can take some time, but well worth it. We are not done yet though. I am going to show you a few of the other archaeological sites that you can see that are technically in Monastiraki. Some people might say that it's Plaka, so we'll just leave that up to whoever it's going to say. Technically on the map it says that this section is still Monastiraki. Here is the back of Hadrian's Library, so you can enter through that other side I showed you earlier and come through here, and as you can see, no one is in there. It's super quiet. This is the other agora. This is the Roman agora. It's a lot smaller, but also included in that multiple ticket entry. So it's definitely worth coming to see. And this here is the Tower of the Winds. It doesn't look like the tower itself is open today. Usually it is. Let's go inside and see what's going on. Well, the reason why it's not open is because it closed at 3 o'clock. And I opted to have lunch instead of continuing to explore. So keep that in mind. The Roman Agora closes at 3 o'clock, and that's every day. That's not just because it's Sunday. But like I said, the nice thing about wandering around in a lot of the sites here is you don't really need a ticket to get in if you want to just go and look at it. You won't obviously get to see the signs, but you can look up information online. But it is worth it to come in here and see the Tower of the Winds. I think it's really amazing. If you come around the back side of the Roman Agora, you are now technically in Plaka. And that's where I'm going to end this video. And if you want to see my tour of Plaka, then coming up on the screen now is my video of the tour of Plaka. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.